Mantra is going absolutely insane right now as the coin has gone from $1.30 just 3 days ago to right now $4.30. Well, the last few minutes it's fallen down to $4.11, but just some absolutely ridiculous gains, being the #1 gainer in coin market cap multiple days in a row, still again today being up 61 point something percent. And here's the funny story. Mantra is I would say the biggest altcoin position that I've got right now. It already was yesterday, but today again, it is up like 61 actually percent again. And the funny thing is, I think this is just the start for Mantra, as the real world asset sector is only in a growth phase still. So again, I've covered this coin when it was at 10 cents. The first time I bought Mantra, it was extremely cheap. I think it was about 1 cent, but the main size was added way later. I think like at 30 cents or so per OM. A while back, I started posting a lot about it over on Twitter, which again was when it was roughly 50 cents or something like that. And that was like very, very recently here, guys. Again, you can understand if you look at the chart that this has been on the low for such a long time. And this is what I want to warn a lot of you guys for, that this is exactly what peak bull markets look like, where it's been going sideways, trading a little bit, and all of a sudden just keeps going and doesn't stop for multiple days uninterrupted. So again, it went from $1.40 all the way to like $2. Let me just quickly zoom in a little bit, right? It went from the $1.60 mark all the way to like $2.70. People are shocked. Wow, price falls back a little bit, $2.20, $21, and all of a sudden the next day, bam, $3.20. You think it's gonna fall back down. Ooh, this is where it's certainly going to end, right? Boom, the next day it's $4.11. Maybe right now it's gonna retrace, come back a little bit, but maybe, just maybe, tomorrow we're gonna wake up at $5.50 per Mantra. I'm not trying to put that prediction in here that tomorrow we're going to see another 40% gain. All I'm saying is that in bull markets, this keeps on happening. This is exactly what peak bull market looks like. And many of you guys are not realizing it yet, that the gains you're seeing here might sound dumb. They might feel unrealistic. You're used to seeing these red numbers every single day. You might have some trauma from the bear run, you know? But let me tell you that peak bull market is mostly just coins like this, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. And that's why for the last couple of months, I've been trying to get you guys in the rhythm of understanding that in bull markets, you buy regardless of the current price. You can buy tops, you can buy whatever. And in bear markets, this is the dumbest thing you can do, but in a bull market, it just works. Even when it comes to XRP, this is our a little stream account. Again, I said to you guys, I'm just buying the top, I'm buying wherever. It will be fine as long as Bitcoin doesn't go for a massive crash. I should have longed way more Mantra. I don't have any long position open on this account here, but you can see the positions. Everything is still doing good. Even though I just bought tops, I didn't really care. I just kept on buying. But still, the $2,000 you put into XRP is $17,000 in profit. The $800 put into 𝗕𝗃 is $900 in profit. The $80 you put into Cardano is $80 in profit as well. The $3,000 we got in Bitcoin is roughly $23,000 worth of profit. The less than $1,000 we have in Doge right now that we put in is in 17 plus 9, so let's say $25,000 worth of profit. And I can't show you the Mantra that I'm holding, but it's a lot. It's a boatload actually. I'm kind of scared because I was bullish, but now I'm thinking, man, where do I even freaking sell? Because that's the funny part, right? I'll talk about the funny part in just a second. Guys, if you've not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press the like button, but also make sure you check out the link to Blowfin in the description down below. It's the crypto exchange I am using right now that you can use to trade crypto all over the world. If it's not working from wherever you are at, try it with a VPN, but it probably has the best chance of working out of almost all the crypto exchanges. I use it right now, as I said, it's been working flawlessly. And you also right now, the first couple of people that sign up get themselves a little juicy bonus. Besides that, there's a competition going on right now and I want to win with our team. So that's why I'm telling people, make sure you get in there. We need to win this competition. So anyway, to get back to the story, Mantra is a coin in the real world asset sector. And as it currently stands, real world assets have been hyped up a little bit, sure, but generally speaking, there's so many stones left unturned. I'm a little bit afraid of the exponentiality of it, mostly because of the 150x or maybe like 300x that it's done in this little span of time. But I should remind you that this is not the first 100x on a major coin that I've pulled. There was another coin in the past, if you guys remember, SOLANA. This is also one that I bought the ICO of, or whatever you call it, the pre-sale. It was at 1 cent, and then later on it did an 800x. And that's my point, right? Where I have very often sold at like this point right here, where it's up a few X, like maybe 10, 20X, I sell, and it does another 40 or 50X afterwards. I wanted to make this video, bull market mistake you shouldn't make, but generally here, I'm not even sure what I'm gonna call this one yet, because it has two sides. On the one hand, make sure you sell along the way. I sold some Mantra at $3.50. I sold some now at $4.20 or something like that. But I'm keeping the majority of my coins. Why? I'm happy to cash out along the way. It just makes me feel like I've made progress. But I also think, let's say I've got $1 million in Mantra right now. I still think you can flip it into $4 million, for example. And yes, you can take, the $10,000 you put in, and that is now $1 million. You can take it out and be happy, sure. But in bull markets, again, if you want to make it big, you got to also risk it for the biscuit. And again, there are some risks associated, but that's also how you really get to those exponential gains. And many people don't realize that to make the dummy gains, you got to put your brain down a little bit in terms of how logical you're thinking about things. In a bear market, this is how you fumble everything. And at the end of the bull run, this is also where you're going to basically take whatever you've made and ride it all the way back down. But right now, I think we are at the start of the bull market. We're at the start of the exponential curve. And so I like to buy all these coins that are doing well, but can still do better, the momentum coins. Right now, for example, XRP, I think is really still quite underrated. It's up 100% this month, sure. But XRP and Cardano have been on the low for so freaking long that these gains are actually quite nothing in comparison to where it's going to go. Many people are pointing out to SUI. The thing is, SUI has been going on a really rampant, just crazy run the last few months already. Since September, it was like 80 cents or something. Right now at $4. It's been going so hard that I sometimes think, maybe we got to pull the gas back on it. I think SUI has the potential to really get akin to like the Dogecoin levels here. So still a lot of room for growth, maybe a 4X or so, like quite easily without it disrupting the market. But I wouldn't call it an underrated coin. It's properly rated for the size, influence, and for everything. It is still very, very bullish, but not really underrated. Many people are appreciating SUI exactly for what it's worth. What is not in that similar ballpark, though, is 𝗕𝗓, in my opinion. 𝗕𝗓, I think, is the strongest contender in terms of meme coins for this cycle. Yet, it's still quite a ways away from Doge and quite a ways away from Shiba, whereas I personally think it should be above Shiba Inu, again, my personal thoughts, and should be closer to Dogecoin. Maybe, for example, right now, appropriate value is the $30 billion mark. And man, you can kind of go down that rabbit hole of coins that actually have so much potential this season that have not done too crazy just quite yet. I keep seeing people ask, hey, this coin, that coin, this coin, that coin. The thing is, guys, in bull markets, nearly every coin will do well. It's just about finding whatever fits your narrative, whatever you are a big fan of or what you think can do more. For example, Mantra has been one of my best gems. And the funny thing is, I still think it's quite undervalued for how they've positioned themselves. But on the opposite side, it's done like a 400x this season already, right? So is it really that underrated in that sense? Not so much. But then again, for the run, being the RWA coin, I mean, it's not that valuable yet. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that to y'all's attention that my portfolio is going up like a lot today, which I didn't expect. I'm quite shocked. You always wish that you didn't sell anything at all, of course, but I'm always a realistic one in saying, man, I prefer to sell slightly too low than not sell anything at all and ride it all the way back down. I've been in this crypto space way too long to just see paper profits, right? You got to realize them some here, now, and then. Unless, of course, you've got bazillion dollars where it doesn't matter no more. Because some people, man, they are crazy with the memes. I think the whole season is just starting, so I'm not looking to get out of positions all the way. I'm just sometimes taking some profits along the way, like I said, to just perhaps get some stable coins back in to buy other things, perhaps get yourself into some good deals, whatever. Maybe you want to buy some property, maybe you want to buy a car, maybe you want to buy a new wife, I don't know. But just make sure to keep the money flowing. Don't stay stuck forever in one thing. Otherwise, you might also get too attached and too married to it that whenever you are at these really high points, you're not able to sell anything. Because for example, right now, beating this all-time high, going crazy, it's fine with selling. Do not feel bad about it. Anyway, guys, if you've not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press the like button on this video. We'll be back with some more maybe underrated top crypto coins or crypto tutorials tomorrow, or maybe some price updates or whatever's going on. But yeah, this is a crazy good call over the last few days on Mantra. Yesterday when I talked about it in the videos, it was way lower than it was the day before when I talked about it in the videos or on Twitter. And there's another coin, talked about it a few times here, Research Coin, which also has done really, really well since I talked about it. Man, good times, man. The bull market vibes are back. I'm getting excited again, man. Things are looking good. The profits are about to flow in. See, even the camera is getting stuck out of all the energy that's flowing around here. I hope you guys are also excited.